Okay, hi again. Each guitar has a story, and the story on this one, which is just as good as part of the whole thing, is the bragging rights or the story. This one here, I was driving down the street, minding my own business, and I was in my pickup truck, and it must have been trash day in my neighborhood. And I looked, I was going, 30, 35 miles an hour, and I looked at the trash can, like I always do a little rubberneck there, and I seen a piece of aluminum. So I thought, maybe in one of my building projects or something I might need a piece of aluminum one day. So I kind of pulled over and went to check the piece of, I left the truck running, checked the piece of aluminum, and on the other side, it was leaning against a trash can, and on the other side of the aluminum was speed limit 50 miles an hour or something like that. So I thought, I don't know if I need that, but I threw it in the back of the truck and I put it in my shed. And then about a few months later, I was at the swap meet, and like I said on a previous tape, that you pay little to nothing for some of the guitars. Like some of them are throw-ins. Well, I think this again was a nothing guitar. That somebody had this guitar, and you always look to see like what you could use on it, maybe the turning keys or the nut or something on the guitar. But somebody had jumped on top of this guitar and smashed the whole front of it in, and so it was all smashed beyond recognition. And so one day it came to me that maybe I could take that piece of aluminum, that metal piece of aluminum, and make something like a dobro style guitar, that would have a wood sides and back, and an aluminum top. So I wasn't quite sure when I started, but I kind of traced the body, because the body was in okay shape. It's not a great guitar. It says Toscanini on it or something, but it certainly wasn't great when somebody jumped on top of the guitar with 2 feet, smashed it all in. So I traced the guitar on the aluminum 55 mile an hour sign or 50 mile an hour sign speed limit, and I cut that out with a rotozip, and then I traced some off of another guitar I had, some F holes, and I figured out where to place those. And here we got some Home Depot shower drains on here, and I put it together, and it didn't sound great. Of course, it didn't sound like a dobro and didn't sound like a guitar, but it's kind of dobro style, or about halfway there. And later on, I started making this, and there's something I forgot. With the aluminum top, I thought, how will I ever get into adjust the neck if I never ever need to? Because I had aluminum covering it where this pickup. I thought, maybe I'll make it electric. So I went to my box of parts, and I had a humbucking pickup, and I hooked a humbucking pickup in there. I cut the hole in there, so now I can adjust the thrust rod in the neck. Now it's usable. I can take the pickup out and adjust the thrust knot. And then also, I had one of these chicken head knobs off of an old radio or CB player or something like that, just in my junk drawer. So I thought, kind of an old style guitar, a dobro made in the 30s, you can't put a modern knob on it, you got to put something, a chicken head type knob. So anyway, to my surprise, with the electric, it does sound pretty decent, full sound, big bass, full sound. So big full sound. So it sounds pretty good. Like electrified, it's probably not the greatest, but it sounds good enough, and it's got a story behind it with the found a 50 mile an hour speed limit sign. So it's a guitar with a story.